Hi everyone, my name is Bruce Schwartz. Thanks so much for subscribing, stopping by. It's an amazing time. This is the sun, of course, obviously, but it's snowing outside. This was sent in from Valleyfield. It's a town 10-15 minutes away from here. Okay, it's my buddy that sent it in. Thanks a lot, bud. And check this. The sun, this was with a phone, by the way. So the sun is peaking like that because of the crystallization in the air. The molecules, water molecules, are freezing. Snow, right? And you know, we're seeing squalling, which is when it squalls in the air, well, high up in the atmosphere. That's what's going on in all this snow. It's snowing, right? Literally over our heads until it falls. What is this? Aristarchus crater. This is very close up, and a community member asked me, Bruce, can you get in a bit closer? I always love doing it, even if it bugs people. This is the first step of the processing, the one, and you just saw the two that I posted first, but you'll see the two right after here, meaning the white part will also be clarified. And I'm not going to unclarify the one that's already clarified now. Check it out. Isn't that awesome? And we can see the surface. And guess what? Lines on the surface, they almost look like pixelation. It's almost getting me mad. And I'm going to show you guys. I don't know what they are, but they are very thin. They're less than a quarter mile thick or wide, whatever it may be. Almost looks like lines. I'm just going to say lines. Maybe electrical lines. I don't know what the heck they are. Power sources. Aristarchus in color. This is all about Aristarchus, Copernicus, and Eratosthenes crater. We're looking at the beautiful structuring that's on the surface around that. The weekend's coming up, guys, the Christmas weekend, the holidays, and I'm not going to be stopping. I repeat, not going to be stopping this. I will have plenty of time to spend with my son in the evenings, you know, when the videos are done, etc., because I love doing this, and there's a lot that we have to see. And during the holidays, I'll be able to post a lot. I want to spend a lot of time doing this and get into details, and with my new equipment and a bunch of stuff, guys, some new surprises for January, so much coming up. So this is all around, am I going to say it? Aristarchus crater. We're seeing, and it's a very complex surface. I'm going to go really strong on the zoom-ins in this video, because they are always appreciated. This is the favorite of mine of Aristarchus. And hang on, we're going to see this full screen in a couple of seconds, and we're going to see the object structuring setup, the complexity in the surface. It's absolutely incredible. And guess what? Some of these structures are going right over Aristarchus crater. So in the white area that you see right there on top of Aristarchus crater, it's the same setup. It's the same thing that you're seeing right here in the white. It's the same thing. Connections to and from. You can see a high elevated ridge there, a straight back of Aristarchus crater on the top. A lot of symmetrical signs. We're going to see 90-degree angles later. Apollo declared 11 moon landing site. Another structure that I found, or object, is square in shape. So we're going to see that later on too. Check it out. We're going to zoom out. I'm like, pow, right in close. Isn't it amazing? You see, I mean, I have to mention it. On the bottom right here, there's a line that's bugging me there with bumps. It really looks like pixelation. And the more it was bugging me, the more I was able to clarify it, and you'll see for yourselves, there's a lot more areas on the moon with these long lines that are anywhere from 20 to 30 miles long. Now get this, they look like, and I'm going to say it again, they look like electrical wires, setups, a grill, you know, a graph, just in X's. Here we're going to clarify this hole right underneath Aristarchus crater, and we're going to see it, the whole screen. We're going to zoom up really close. we're going to go in all out because we want to see the surface. And you know what? That haze over the surface is really not too bad at all when we zoom up. It's surprisingly clear when we're zooming this close. And listen, look, it's almost the whole screen. Okay, I think Aristarchus, I don't know if it's 83 kilometers, I may be mistaken. Look at a pipe or tunnel there, or straight massive structure. You know, we don't know the exact sizes of these structures, but let me tell you, they have to be somewhat big, maybe not gigantic, but somewhat huge, big, you know, semi-big, because we're seeing them, right? We're not going to see anything under a quarter mile, and that's a rough estimate because, you know, with a telescope, there's an optical limit, that's for sure. Look at this. We're close enough to see. I like seeing the center, that there's other, inside of it, there's other structuring and objects and climbing over one another. Again, inside Aristarchus crater. And don't forget that this area is filled with greens and purples and even reds and yellows. Now here, just underneath Aristarchus crater, look at the lines. I'm going to point some arrows over top of these long strands or lines that are going across the surface, all the same direction, by the way. Now, could these be some power sources or roads, paths, train systems? Who knows, okay? But I'll tell you one thing, they really do, honestly do look constructed, and of course they are, because you could see the objects in unison around them. Now look at these setups. When you take, you know, the time to actually view some of these setups, it's pretty incredible. So this is amazing to be able to clarify the surface like this. We're even gonna go see right now. Actually, let's go see right now the Apollo 11 declared landing site. Why do I want to show it to you? Because, you know, every once in a while, when I get a good clearing, we'll see the surface. I showed this last time a bit further, but now a bit closer. That triangular or 90-degree angle. I think it's not really 90-degree angle. It looks more like a triangle, right? Shape, elevated. But look at this. Square shape on the surface, just off of the landing site, south of the landing site, of course. And look, it's another object that I was able to see where the supposed Apollo 11 declared landing site was. And we'll be going back. Guys, there's a new phenomenon, I guess we could call it, 20-degree weather. That's right. Not for the full moon that they are announcing in Celsius, but soon afterwards. So I'm going to be able to get some nice stuff outside, most likely, in 20-degree weather. I mean, wow. Last year around this time, there was snowstorms, and it was bloody cold, that's for sure. So, yeah, the moon that's coming, guys, is a very special moon. They call it the cold moon, okay? And the moon is in Cancer, by the way, for those who are curious. Listen up. The moon is going to last a long time, the phase itself. This is Aristarchus crater, by the way, on top, just at the end of the Apennine Mountains. Copernicus, surface structures. So yeah, the moon's going to last a long time, the phase for the 22nd. And guess what? The moon is close to Earth. So that means we're going to get some nice clear shots of the surface, and it's going to be so close. So it's like when you take out the telescope and you look at the moon on the 22nd, even if you don't have a solar imager that zooms in very much, you're going to be twice, I repeat, probably twice as close. That's how it was for the supermoons for me. And I mean, the moon is extremely close. It's surprising. So it is close to Earth. Be watching the next few days. A lot coming, guys. Thanks for the support.